Welcome back to the White Time channel. Today, Weyes Blood Titanic Rising. Wheel. I feel like we've been avoiding it for a little bit.
Yeah. That's something.
Okay.
A meh. Okay.
Man,
Is that a question?
that is a question because we had an interesting wheel spin last time. I chose an
Oh.
album and then didn't choose an album and then chose this album instead.
No, we totally
We totally did this first
got it.
try. Yeah. We need a little bit of a breather. We were doing a lot of classic albums and there was a lot of pressure. So we're going to leave that today because this is something that we wanted to do before November because the new Weyes Blood record comes out in November and Jerry needs to get indoctrinated still. Because I feel like I haven't shut up about this album in particular since it came out in 2019. So I feel like it's time. It's been a while since we've done something like this.
Yeah, I've never heard it. I think I may have heard songs in passing, but I could not tell you what any of them sounded like.
Yeah.
So this is essentially a blind.
And this works better when you're paying attention and not paying attention in the sense of like you need to really think about it, but more of like just like full volume listening instead of like having it in the background.
I see.
Yeah. But this thing is art pop. It is atmospheric. It is spacey. It's all the good stuff that you want. Fantastic vocals. So there isn't too much I want to say beforehand. I kind of want to just get in there.
Okay.
This album cover is fantastic. I will say this is one of my favorite album covers ever.
She's swimming.
This is a practical picture as well. This is not edited at all.
You
They
sure
built the set
didn't
underwater.
Photoshopped the teddy bear on the bed.
They did not. There's a behind the scenes video where you can see everything. They put the whole room underwater.
That's crazy.
So, yeah, I guess we can just jump right in though. I don't have anything else to add.
I don't either.
Epic. All right, track 1. A lot's gonna change.
Favorite Bob Dylan song?
Yep. It's actually just a Bob Dylan cover.
Oh, that'd be fun. What Bob Dylan would sound like if he was swimming.
When I had the whole world gently wrapped around me, love's gonna change in your love.
I'm not supposed to get goosebumps at a song that I've heard like countless times.
Yeah. I don't know. This is really freaking epic so far.
Yeah.
No one can keep you down. If your friends and your family sadly don't stick around, time, try to leave it all behind in your life. Show me where it hurts.
A lot's gonna change.
That was pretty good. I was a little worried when you introduced and said that it's art pop. I have a reputation on this channel for being, I wouldn't say I'm like anti-art
No,
pop.
you're very
but
specific about it though.
I'm very specific, and I don't like things to be like too artsy or anything like that. So I was like, "Uh-oh, is it going to be like that?" No, that was just a great song.
This is easy
That
listening
was,
artsy stuff. Like,
Yes,
yeah.
that I can get into. So
I think it's easy because like the instrumentals are so grand and like lush, but then her vocals are also just like incredibly powerful and good. So it's like
Yeah.
you can go on either of the two and like latch onto it, and you're gonna have a good time. I am blasting this right now, and it sounds like really, really huge. Like this sounds like it's in a theater.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. I don't think I can play it any louder. Otherwise, I think it would get picked up on my
Mike's gonna pick it up.
microphone.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty good start, I'd say.
Yeah, and knowing this record, like, man, this is great re-listening because I really need to like get in here again and see one validate that I like put this thing so highly, and then two like see if it's like held up as much as it has. But so far it has.
So when was the last time you've listened to this all the way through?
Probably a couple months ago, but like it's one of those where it's in the background and I'm not like actively listening.
Oh, okay.
But
So this is the first time in a while that you're
I'm just
in it.
focused. Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Andromeda, track 2. Got to put the stars on for this track.
Oh, for sure. Whoa. Yeah. Your background looks like Welcome to the Internet.
Yeah, it does.
The stars.
Andromeda's a big wide open galaxy. Nothing in it for me. If you think you can save me, I dare you to try.
Stop it. Can't get goosebumps on like all the tracks. I've heard them so much. It's not fair.
That's the sign of a good song, though.
True.
The heart from the depths it's fallen to. We all want something new, but can't seem to follow through. Crazy guy, think this is deep. Think it's meant to be. Want anything I could think of. I dare you to
Like the slide guitar there.
Yeah, that song's a masterpiece.
Yeah, that one was really good. I don't know. I'm not having like these like crazy reactions to it. There's so much to take in here. But man, it's pretty good so far. I'm really liking it.
Yeah, vocals on that track especially are fantastic. Her vocal runs are like so smooth. This was pretty mind-blowing for me in 2019 because I was like just like seriously getting into music and branching out of genres, and like this is one of the first things I heard outside of like the hip-hop space, and I'm like, yo, I did not know this is like a thing that people did. But yeah, the Pink Floyd like post chorus like guitar riff and everything is super spacey. Absolutely love it. And these songs are pretty long, but they don't seem long at all. Like they're
No.
cruising by.
No, yeah, man. As the resident song is too long guy. Yeah, none of these feel like that they're
Dragging on.
dawdling or like wasting my time. Yeah, I'm thoroughly enjoying this so far.
Epic. Track 3. Every Day. Went from an organ to a piano.
Okay.
wake up, baby, it's getting late now. Feel so hard like I always do. It gets me every time. And then again, I might be falling down. Again, love's not easy.
All right. Going full turtles.
Yes, sir.
everything just gonna fall apart for 40 seconds?
A little bit.
Okay.
Empty shopping mall at 3 a.m. type beat.
Yeah, you know they played this song at Walmart.
Yes, sir. Right, every day.
I think that's my favorite song.
I thought it would be.
I really like that one.
Yeah, that seems like a very used song.
Yeah. It's just so fun.
Mm-hmm.
You know? That's what I love. Just a fun old time. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have like anything to say. It's just like I don't.
It's
That
just
one was
good.
fun. I liked it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really like that one. Subject matter kind of just like about like modern dating and like dating apps and everything, and just like this constant like back and forth and like weird mental state you have to be in during it. So the song's like going through this positive and negative phase. That's really cool. There's like a lot of like juxtapositions that are happening in lyrics. But the chorus is just so cheery. It's like
It really is.
yeah.
With all the backing vocals
yeah,
and stuff.
yeah. It reminds me of like the Carly Rae Jepsen music video with Tom Hanks in it, where everybody's just like in the street.
Of course.
Yeah. But yeah, even when it's something like that, like it's still dreamy, it's still atmospheric, it's still like larger than life. Yeah, good stuff.
Great stuff.
All right, track 4, Something to Believe.
Got lost in the fray, I gave all I had for a time. Then by some strange design, I got a case of the empties, living on the fault line. And at night, I just lay down and cried. The waters don't really go by me. Something bigger and louder than the voices in me. Something to believe. Gonna do all I can, stay away from the quicksand. Gonna do all I can.
I'm gonna pause a little early here.
Okay.
Yeah, Something to Believe.
That one's really good too.
Yeah.
I think that one may be her best vocal performance.
I would say so far.
That, yeah.
The back run there was like with the instrumentals swelling up and everything. Like she's hitting all the notes.
She has such a powerful voice, which I feel like I probably should have mentioned earlier, since I'm the guy who usually takes issue with vocals.
If you had any
But
issues
yeah.
with vocals on this record, I was gonna clap you.
I don't know how
Yeah.
I would have. No, yeah, this is really good. Like I have no notes. This is just some great pop, chamber pop, art pop,
s- around
I
there.
don't know.
Baroque pop.
baroque pop.
I think.
Sure.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure. Again, I've gotten goosebumps on like every chorus on this album, and I've heard all these like a ton. But just again, like the swelling of instrumentals in the choruses, these are like some of the best written choruses I've like ever heard. Especially the outro on this track, where like it really just takes it and just builds and builds and builds and builds until it's like almost a wall of sound, but it's still just the most pleasant thing. And then that kind of cool come down, leading into what's about to happen. So we're going to do Titanic Rising and then into movies, because this was something on the first listen that like was definitely something where I'm like, whoa, I've never heard that before. I remember just being like, oh, okay.
Really setting this up.
I should say I'm a visual person, so this does a lot for me. It is just
Yeah.
sinking so far down right now.
Yeah.
If we're looking at an iceberg right now, we're like going down to the depths.
We're getting into some deep lore here.
Yeah.
Oh, funky.
We have reached the second half of the record.
Oh, is that the epic transition?
We have like transitioned underwater.
Oh,
It's like
good.
such a cool like visual audio thing.
Yeah. That
Because then you start with synths and stuff, and it's like, whoa, where am I?
we're in the future.
We're in the future.
This is how it feels to be in love. This is life from above.
Jesus. Whew.
Oh, fiddle.
Ah. Titanic Rising and movies.
I thought movies was pretty good. I don't think that's. I'm not gonna say that I don't like it, because I do like it. It just is. I'm getting kind of tonal whiplash from the
It's
first
an-
4 tracks.
It's an album track.
I thought I knew what I was getting into,
No.
and then 5 and 6 completely switched that up on its
Yep.
head. So now I don't know what to think. This is like
part of the
Hounds of
experience.
Love, where
You
just
just-
like half of it, and then it just switches.
You just got the twist of the movie.
Oh, that's the twist.
Whoa.
Wow, I really do see dead people.
That's crazy. But yeah, that's absolutely gorgeous. That transition is one of my favorite things. Like, that still blows my mind. It's like, you diving all the way into the underwater, and then all of a sudden the next track you just hear these synths that like come out of nowhere and just completely change like everything. But even just the instrumental builds with the chorus, her vocal range on this track is absolutely insane. Just the song being about like, you know, I used to like think that life was like, you know, it's gonna play out like all these movies, and then it's not, and then it's just like that crisis of like, oh, this isn't as fun as the movies make it seem. This kind of sucks.
So weird.
Yeah, but yeah, fantastic. This track is amazing, but it's not one I listen to out of the context of the album usually, because it is such like a centerpiece in the actual like atmosphere of what's going on.
Yeah, I could see that. That one, yeah, you said it's an album song. I could see that. I like. I would go to like Andromeda or Something to Believe.
Yep.
By itself, it's like, okay, these are separate. I can kind of just enjoy these as their own thing. That is very of this record, which isn't a bad thing. It's just going to take more listens.
Yes.
Because I was caught off guard, and now I don't. Know
Yeah.
what to think.
All right.
So,
Track 7, Mirror Forever.
For all the pain and the things you've been through. No
I'm like remembering these choruses as the song starts, and I get so excited.
that's a good sign.
looking right through me. Something forceful about your stare. Yes, we love our love most of all. I'll see you around the next time you call.
Oh, the vocal panning, I didn't even notice. She's like,
I love that guitar song.
yeah.
You're a demon with a scary picture. Downstairs, I'll see you around the next time you come to town. I'll see you around the next time you come. Oh, baby, take a look in the mirror. Oh, baby, take a look in the mirror. I'll see you around. I'll see you around. I'll see you around the next time you call.
Mirror Forever.
That's a little more my speed.
Yeah.
I mean, I like movies, but this
Movies
like
is
this
definitely
song.
the outlier here. It is the spacey
Yeah.
song.
yes, it is the Siegfried of this record,
Yes.
if you will.
That actually works with this record. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I really like that one. It's a little bit. I mean, that one's. I guess this whole record's been kind of grand, but that one seems like the most like triumphant. I want to say.
Yeah, the guitar solo after the chorus like really does that.
Yeah, and just the
Yeah.
that thing, like, man, yeah, I really like that. Man, I don't know. I haven't missed yet.
This one gets sandwiched between the two songs before and after it, but like it's actually still really fantastic for me. But it does get it gets that sandwich effect where like I have to listen to it outside of the record to like really appreciate it. But here, like I'm still like really really enjoying it. But yeah, the guitar solo after and just like the vocal panning is fantastic. The pacing of the songs are great too. These are all long songs, but they do not feel long at all.
No.
So,
No.
yeah. All right. Track 8, Wild Time.
I love a wild time. This does not sound like a wild time.
By the bottles that broke you from the solace you seek. Taking all of our eyes, beauty a machine that's working. Don't cry, it's a wild time to be alive.
Too much of a flex to use your own backing vocals here.
Slowly let these changes make you more holy and true. It already happened. Nothing you wanna change more. Heaven found and the lights went down. Everyone's broken now and no one knows just how we could have all gotten so far from It's a wild time to
That's
Yeah.
a good one.
Yeah, I don't.
Uh,
That's the masterpiece right there.
yeah,
That's the
that's
one.
got to be the best
That's
song.
the one. That's I've been waiting for it the whole album. That is the one.
You know me, I'm a sucker for acoustic guitars. So as soon as that song started, I'm like, okay, I'm in.
Mm-hmm.
Then you had the piano on top of that. Then you had everything
And
else
then
on
you had
top
an
of that,
entire
the backing
orchestra.
vocals.
Yeah.
Those runs during the chorus that she did
Ugh.
were so tight. You gotta love it. Yeah, that's easily the best song. I
Yep,
think.
absolutely. I was wondering if my opinion was going to shift at all, but no, it's still, this is still the best one by far. Everything else is fantastic, but this is like a next level song. This is like a once in a career type moment. Everything is perfect. The best chorus on the record. The builds and crescendos here are just so good. You start with an acoustic guitar and you build all the way up to the orchestra. She rivals like the best parts of like How to Disappear completely off of Kid A. Like many people consider that one of the best songs of all time. This does the same thing with the strings. It does the same push and pull, the tension and release. It just is so good. And again, 6-minute song doesn't feel like 6 minutes.
No, it does not.
Yeah.
No, it's weird because like the streams do not reflect that at all. Which I guess like the first half of this record is
It's a lot more
pretty
accessible.
accessible.
Yeah.
But man, that song is like way better than, I wouldn't say way better, but it is better than,
It's a special one. It's like,
yeah.
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 And this is kind of a sneak peek to her next record, since her next record is technically, I think she said, the second in a trilogy of this, because this track she zoomed out. She touched on like society as a whole instead of just like personal internal things. This one she's like, we're in a machine and we're all just trying our best and it's just burning up and not working. So it's more about that angle, and I think she's taking that on her next record based off of the lead single of that one, which I'm down for if we're getting more like this. So
Well, yeah. Should we do the last two?
Yeah, we'll do the last two together. We'll do Picture Me Better and then Nearer to Thee.
Cool.
Picture me better. I finally found
It does suck that we had to pause because the come down into this is
Oh, I'm
next
sure
level.
it's great.
to the stars and moon for you. Don't need no money when you're around and you're making me act funny. Can't help to smile with those eyes you shine on me. Waiting for something with meaning to come Since you left, I've grown so much. If I could have seen you just once more, tell you how much you're adored. Something with meaning to come
Ooh, they didn't close the chord or the freaking chord change.
Because it's going to start in a second.
They left it open.
Deleting.
They left it open.
You got to listen to them back to back.
Yeah,
to the
yeah.
whole story.
Unresolved. There you go. Last two tracks.
That's how you finish a record.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for string sections, so I think every record should just end with like a minute of
True.
strings.
That song is named after Nearer My God to Thee, which was the last song that they played on the Titanic as it sank.
That's a little
Lore.
Easter egg.
It's a
for
little
ya.
Easter egg.
Yeah. I Picture Me Better, pretty good. I mean, it's hard to follow up Wild Time,
It is.
but I think it's a nice kind
I
of.
think it actually does. It's like a different vibe, but like I feel like it's just as good. That or
It's
I like
good.
I'm still riding the high of like Wild Time and then going into that. It's like a perfect next track.
I'm sure, like going without pausing, I'm sure it's great. I think just because the way I'm experiencing it right now,
Yeah,
I'm
for sure.
sure it's a worse way to do it. But I'll be sure to listen to this before we do our retrospective, so I'll be able to give better thoughts about both this track and movies during that. But yeah, really great album. I was a little bit hesitant going into it just because we've been getting a lot of these really like critically acclaimed records, and I have been more or less wishy-washy on
Indifferent.
them,
Yeah.
indifferent. And I was like, well, frick, because this one is like, I remember when all the decade lists were coming out.
This was near the top on all of them.
This was all.
Yeah.
I saw it all over the place, and I'm like, if I don't like this, everyone's gonna yell at me in the comments, which I should be used to by now. But
I would yell at you for this one because this is something you should like.
yeah, I know. Well,
Yeah.
I do. I really like it. Yeah, man. Well, I'm gonna have to try to find a vinyl of this somewhere because I'm sure this
They
sounds great
are
on wax.
everywhere.
Great.
I think there's one at my record store that's like in the special coloring, and like I got mine, it's just black, so that kind of ripped off. There's also a
That's
rough
so sad.
trade session recording of this album with like live studio versions of some tracks, which is also
Yeah.
really good. But yeah, this thing has, stayed the same level of amazing, if not grown. I feel like I might have to bump some points up here because this thing is really held up, and it's just still just a fantastic experience. Especially when like I haven't sitting down and like just blasted it and just like focused on it. And there's just, it's an amazing like push and pull of just sonic bliss, amazing vocal runs, like perfect pacing too. The first half of the record's more conventional, and then like this deep dive like into the ocean, and then just this super watery and spacey second half. Yeah, this is amazing.
Yeah, very, very good. And I'm excited for a new record.
Yes, we will be
So-
doing that one in November. So I am
Yeah.
very excited for it.
Yeah, that'll be good. I was like, okay, yeah, I know we're probably gonna do it, but now I'm excited.
Yeah,
Now
I wanted
I'm
to get you hyped up a little bit.
in. Okay, great. Well, we can spin a wheel for
Wheel.
next time. It's wheel time, I think.
Wheel.
Do we think we're gonna get a yikes this time?
God, I hope not.
You predicted it last time.
I did.
It came close.
It was close. I feel like we're getting way too close, but I don't want it to be this time.
Oh, you just don't want my yikes, is that it?
You've had 2 yikes in a row.
That is true.
Okay, we're good.
You don't know that.
I do know that. I am confident in that one.
All right. Now this is the tricky part. 'Cause I have a lot of stuff.
Oh, yeah,
on
you
here.
do.
Oh man, this is tough.
Mm-hmm.
Do I do the one that's been on here forever, or do I do one that I really want to listen to?
That's the question.
That's the question.
There's not a lot of wrong answers here, so
No, there's not. But you know what? I think I'm gonna do King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Paper Mache Dream Balloon.
let's go. Right before we do 2 King Gizzard reactions. We're milking
See,
it, boys.
I'm cashing
We're
in.
milking it. We cashed in with this album, and now we're cashing in again.
Wasn't intentional. I just really want to listen to that record.
Yeah. No, I'm excited for that one too. Join us next time. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard, Paper Mache Dream Balloon. Wow, I did not mess that up. I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are 3 King Gizzard records coming out this month, so
Yeah.
stay tuned for that. We're gonna at least do one of them,
At least one, maybe two,
maybe 2.
but we'll see what happens.
Mm-hmm. But
I'm a big fan of Ice V.
Ice V. Yeah, that's all we got today. Go listen to our podcast down there. You can find it, and don't listen or don't go to our social medias because we don't have any.
Nope. So, leave a comment if you want to have an album that we should listen to. You didn't see our big fan wheel, but
Yeah, I haven't pulled it up in a while, but it's pretty big.
it's very big. So, it probably won't happen. But hey, it's like the lottery. You got to play to win. And 90% of people who think about commenting an album quit before they get picked.
Yeah, it's true.
It's a little bit of a statistic
Gamble.
for
You will win. You
That's
will
right.
change your life. It is an
Eventually.
investment.
It is. That is true. All right. Well, I'm going to go for a swim. No, maybe just went for a dive. Now I have this video all to myself.
Oh no.